All right, so I want to talk about this issue because it was in the news back in 2016, I believe, and everybody had their opinion on it. I had my opinion on it. I was very strong in my opinion, and now it's back in the news, and my opinion's still the same for the most part. Now, it's changed a little bit, but I want to talk about, should Colin Kaepernick have a job? That's not saying starting job. That's not saying third string, fourth string practice squad. That's just saying, in general, should he have a job in the NFL? So my stance, my opinion from back when this all first started was, Colin Kaepernick, even though he has taken a big turn as far as his playing, I still believe that he was a better quarterback than the majority of the backups in the league at that time. Now, Colin, of course, lost his job at the 49ers, I should say. And he wasn't doing so hot towards the end there. And that's one thing that a lot of people bring up based on, should he be able to have a job or not in the NFL? Or is he good enough, I guess, that conversation. People always want to point to, well, he lost his job to, I believe it was either Blaine Gabbert or C.J. Beathard, I think, one of those two. And so people always bring that up as, listen, he's not that good, he was just doing it for attention, which I understand that that look on it, I guess you could say. I understand where you're coming from there. My opinion now that it's been about 4 years and all this is coming back up, well, I guess I should say this. My opinion on the kneeling back then was, as an American citizen, he has the right to protest. No matter if you disagree or not, he has that right. So, as far as that whole issue, he is allowed to from that standpoint, because I don't believe the NFL had any rules on the issue of kneeling. I believe the NBA did, so that's why you didn't see any of these players who, in my opinion, are hypocritical in the NBA out here, saying people need to kneel. I don't see y'all doing it, and I don't think, no matter which way you look at that, like, if you're super for it or if you're super against it, I think we can all agree, a lot of these NBA players, yes, they're out protesting now. I didn't see you protesting then, and when you kept wearing all the clothes and stuff about it, and that's fine. You're allowed to do that. But I didn't see y'all kneeling. Even though you weren't allowed, if you got a pair, stand up for what you believe. And that's my problem with LeBron. Like, he wants to talk about all this crap, and then when it comes to the Hong Kong or whatever, when that was all going down, he wanted to shut up about it because it affected him financially. So that's why I take a lot of the professional athletes, professional athletes, I take their stance and opinion with a grain of salt. Not that their opinion doesn't matter, because it absolutely does. But I do think you got to look at it from that standpoint. Is it affecting their pocketbooks, reputation-wise, and stuff like that? Because, like I said, that's my biggest problem with LeBron. I don't hate LeBron. But he's lost a lot of my respect, because it's like, you claim to stand up for what you believe in and whatnot, and then when it comes time to, when it affects your dollar, then you want to shut up and be quiet about the issue. It's like, you're stupid. I mean, that's just so hypocritical to do something like that. Anyway, back to Colin Kaepernick. So, 2020, what a year it's been. Now all this stuff happens with George Floyd and the protests and whatnot. The president has come out and said, I don't know if he said it recently. I know he said this way back then, so I don't know if they're just pulling this out from back then, or if he actually did say this yesterday at some point and I missed it. His thing is, if Colin Kaepernick is good enough, yeah, he should have a job. He basically said what I said. He dipped off playing wise towards the end of his run there at the Niners. So if he can play, yeah, he should have a job. My thing now is, there goes a deer, good Lord. Okay, so my thing is, do I think kneeling is the best way to protest? And I know people are gonna be ticked because how dare you tell me how to do it? Here's my problem with the kneeling. I think you have an issue here that literally almost everybody agrees on, and against police brutality, and you're taking it, and because of how you protest, you're turning people against you, people who probably support that cause. So it's like, I don't know. I think a better way to do it would be like, have a flag or something with like their faces on it, and do a whole moment of silence or whatever. I don't know. I can't tell you the best way, but I can tell you this: you have an issue at hand where pretty much everybody agrees on, and you're turning a lot of people away. I don't think that's smart, especially for change. That's the whole goal here, is to get change. So I don't know. As far as 2020, should Colin Kaepernick have a job? He should get workouts. Teams should bring him in and test him out. I don't think that this is a very tough issue. I think if he's good enough, he should have a job. I think that's the end of the story. The issue he was protesting is absolutely right. That's the stance I had. He's allowed to protest. But even though it's not that I don't even like kneeling during the flag, because I don't like it, but it's not the same as burning a flag, if that makes sense. I just think there's smarter ways to do it. I think it's stupid to turn so many people away that could be your allies in many ways. So, and there's going to be people that always will disagree just because they've got nothing better to do. So that's my thoughts. Should Colin Kaepernick have a job? He should be worked out, and if he's good enough, yeah. So that's my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Bye.